What is up, guys? Jake from One Hive here with the next game plan video. Still running solo on this one, but I will. I'm going to work on it. There's some people that want to do it. We're just having some technical difficulties. We'll get it figured out, and we'll look at some bases together. But for now, just me again. This war is against a. I'm not even sure what that is. Arabic clan with Egyptian. I'm sorry, Egypt. Uh, 36 wins. We don't expect a very difficult war, but they have a lot more not Town Hall 10s than us. We just have a few. They've got 9, and they've got Infernos, but I suspect we'll have several 3 stars on them from the Town Hall 9.5s and 10s that we do have. They're not terribly well upgraded or laid out, so we're not even going to look at those. We are going to look at a couple of Town Hall 9s and a Town Hall 8. The first one being number 11. And this space was interesting to me because to me, it needs to be. I mean, it could be hogged. There's no question you could hog it, but I think this is a perfect candidate for a what most people call a shattered. I call it Go Laloon. 2 golems, 3 lava hounds, and then a bunch of balloons. But I would actually lure on this one. Interestingly enough, I would not use the lightning. I would bring maybe a few extra wizards and save that spell because it's such an easy lure. You just drop one giant, and you empty the clan castle. So that's what I would do. Then I would drag it down to the bottom, down here. Use my kill squad. What I would probably do is bring some, drop a balloon, bring some barch, and try to get them as bunched up as possible. Get them down here towards the bottom. Then I would drop my golems as a distraction, and then immediately drop my wizards, my queen, all that stuff to take them out really quickly as they're targeting the golems. That way, you're not going to need a lot of cleanup troops, and they're not going to be hitting them, and they should, clean them up pretty quickly before the golem gets too much damage on them. Then I would, as the golems are going in, obviously you got to, create your funnel. You've got your queen coming in, all that. But then you just drop a jump spell. Actually, probably did it on the queen side, right there, to let everything in to, get to that queen. But I think once they're in this compartment, I think the queen will stand back here, and I believe she'll take out the other air defense. I think you can get 2 for. Once this is dead and this is dead, honestly, your queen is going to be taking no damage. The wizard towers are not going to be in range. These mortars are going to be focused on other things, and even if the mortars target your queen, you should be fine. The X-bows should be focusing on your golems. You've got 2 of them, and there's just not a lot of point defense. They ought to last a really long time. Your king out there tanking, he's obviously going to take the queen out. I just think you can get both of these coming in from the bottom here. Maybe even if you might need to put your jump spell right in the center, I think it'll connect to the core, keeping the queen maybe a little bit more to this side so that she'll go that way. But regardless, I think you can take all of this out. Right here, this would all be taken out with your kill squad. So once that's done, obviously you see the rest of the base is pretty much toast. You just need to come in from different angles with your lava hounds coming in like that. One more there, and then obviously just targeted balloons here, 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 here. Drop a nice rage spell for them. There. They're going to take all these defenses out. Then come in. Probably one of the expos will already be dead to your king going in there, but you never know. He's probably got quad Teslas here, so that's fine. Remember, you've got that 3rd rage. Boom, right there. 3rd rage in the middle because you didn't have to use a lightning spell. I think that base would absolutely be wrecked by that. So that's what my suggestion would be on that. Again, you could do hogs. I think the double giant bombs are pretty obvious, so you could come in with hogs as well. Just come in from a kill squad with this side, and then do your either just a Asian wall here, or you could do precision or surgical hogs. Drop your heal there, and as they come in, they're going to trigger them one at a time. But to me, I would Laloon space, use 2 golems, and I think it would absolutely wreck it. All right, moving on. Let's go to the next one. It's just 1 space over. We're going to talk about this space because it's interesting to me, but it's it's almost too easy for Laloon. I think you guys might have ran into this before. I know people have left comments about it. The air defense are so exposed, and the pathing to them is so simple that I think the threat of Lalooning this base is that your lava hounds won't bust. you're gonna, if you brought a standard, send a golem in here, wall breakers to bust this open. You take out this air defense, the queen, these two, which is a huge, benefit there. Lightning for the CC troops, all that goes down. You've wrecked it. I mean, you've taken out 3 towers, an air defense, a queen, and the CC troops with 1 golem in your kill squad. Very simple to do, and you crippled the base. But now, let's say you bring the standard quad, lava hound attack. You start sending your lava hounds in different angles, followed up by your balloons, obviously. Coming in like this, they'll travel over to there. These will travel through the middle because your balloons are going to get to these air defenses so quickly. You might use your rages right there. Your hounds aren't going to take enough damage. So what you're going to end up with is if you bring 4 hounds, you're going to have at least 2 of those unbusted, maybe 3, depending on how quickly you deploy your balloons and where you place your rages. And that's not good. So to me on this base, I would come in with a golem here. I would bust this wall with wall breakers. I wouldn't use a jump spell. There's no need for it. I would take all this out, with my kill squad. Queen, CC for the lightning, all that stuff, or lightning for the CC. But I would only bring 3 lava hounds on this one, and I would get them down extremely early. With that extra space, I would bring minions for cleanup because you're going to need them. These air defenses are going to go down way too quickly. You've got rages. At this point, you've got 4 spells. I mean, you could have 4 rages. 3. You've got the lightning for the CC. You've got 3 rages. Do what you will with them. I mean, you can take it out. The defenses are pretty clumped up, so these are good locations for rages. Then all you've got left is these level 2 expos in the core and in a Tesla, wherever it's going to pop at. But I think the real threat on this base, again, is getting not having the cleanup troops because your lava hounds aren't going to be taking much damage from those air defenses for very long. The pathing is almost immediate. I mean, on these 2, you can actually target it with your balloons. This one, you just got to kill this archer tower, and then they're going straight to the air defense. So careful on bases like that when it's so easy to take them out. You might screw yourself and run out of time. But definitely too easy not to wall in, and too many just random possible spots for giant bombs. Again, it could be hogged, clearly, but why not take the easiest thing? That's what this series is all about, is identifying the easiest attack, and that's clearly what it is on this one. All right, let's back out of here. Look at one more, and then we'll call it a day. Number 25 on their Town Hall 8s here. To me, it would be a shame not to see somebody use Valks on this base. Lately we have seen some Town Hall 8 Valks. It obviously works. I think you could come in with wall breakers, from the top here. You'd have to bust through 2 different things, but that would be fine. Once you, got them busted in, I think you get in the core, you create your funnel, maybe even send a giant, here for get the CC lure, and while that's all being targeted, you just send a swarm of wall breakers to open up this core. I think that's probably the best way to do it. You kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You get the lure, and you get the compartment opened up. Bring them up top, bunch them up, kill them, and then look how big, once you've taken this out, look how big the natural funnel is. No chance if your Valk's not going to that core. You send them in. I would do mass Valks, probably, 15. Have some back end balloons, because once they come in and start taking this stuff out, they're going to bust into this core. You want them to get these, obviously these air defenses taken out, but your wizards and all that stuff coming in from behind is probably going to help clean up some of that, because they're immediately going to be shooting over these walls, and the Valks will be tanking. You can have probably what I would bring is 2 heals and a rage. You rage the core, go bust through all that stuff. Drop a heal where they need it. There'll probably be some Teslas or bombs here. Drop a heal for them. Once all this is taken out and they get to that air defense, you just drop some wounds, on the back end here to take out what's remaining. But to me, that would be a beautiful attack. Clearly, you could Dragloon this base, you could hog it, but I would love to see Valks on this. That ginormous core, that center, they would just do so much damage once they got in there. And these low-level walls, once they decide, if a Valk decides to go into this, a group of them, they're going to get through it very quickly. They're going to bust that wall down in just a few swipes, especially if you've got them under rage there. So no problem at all. I would like to see it happen. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're still enjoying the series. We'll watch at least one of these attacks on one of these bases in the recap. Hope you like that method as well. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Jake from One Hive reminding you guys to suck less.